Hello everybody, Colin Bolton here. Yeah, so I got this new delay pedal recently. New to me at least. This is actually kind of a roller pedal from early 2010s or so. But yeah, I got this pedal recently through a trade. I've been trying to track it down for about a year or two now. And I've been really excited about some of the things that it does. So I'm gonna make a video and show some of that for y'all. Yeah, this is the Visual Sounds dual tap delay. I'll take you through some settings here real quick. We got modulation knob up here that just controls the amount of modulation on the repeats. So you go from pretty clean repeats to real warbly as it goes up. This determines the rhythm, pretty much the subdivision of the repeat. So you got a quarter note, an eighth note, a dotted eighth note, and triplets. Next knob is the delay time. And so under that is a switch too that switches it between using the knob and using tap tempo, which you get tap tempo here that you can press with your foot when you're playing. And so if you're in tap tempo mode, you use that obviously, but if you're in manual mode, then this knob controls your delay time. Next to it is the number of repeats. Repeats knob covers the number of repeats. Pretty straightforward. Then the level, which is just the amount of delay that's in your signal. Under that, it's a smaller knob that can turn, and this controls the tone. So you can get real dark, kind of like tape delay kind of tones, all the way up to really bright digital, pristine, clean TC electronic sounding repeats. And so yeah, some choices there and in between, obviously. And so what I like about this delay and why I got it is that you basically have the same options over on the next side, and you can either have both them on individually or you can stack them. And so I had a Nova delay by TC Electronics. I had that on my board for a good while, and the Flashback 4X by TC before that. And those were cool. I like the sounds of those, but I was looking for something that was a little more analog sounding, which this is, and I'll show you some of the tricks I like doing with it later. I'm gonna take you through some of the kind of factory, not presets, but suggested settings that came with the pedal in the box. So I got my telly going through the Mesa DC5. Here's some clean sounds for you. Cool. All right. The first sample set I'm going to do is kind of like a U2, like later Pink Floyd style dual delay. That kind of famous cascading, dotted eighth kind of thing that everyone knows and loves. So this kind of shows some of the firepower of the pedal from the jump. Let me make sure these knobs are correct because I was fiddling with them. So basically, we're going to stack both of these delays. This channel is set to a quarter note delay. The time, I got the switch over here set to tap tempo. I got the repeats set about halfway. I'm not quite sure what the exact parameter of that is, but that's all right. And then I got the effect level at about 3 o'clock. It's not quite all the way up, but a good amount in there. The next channel is set to the dotted eighth note. Also set to tap tempo, about the same amount of repeats, and with a little more of effect, so that kind of comes out a little stronger. So let me see if I can tap this out with my hand and play along with it. Let's try something else. So yeah, it's got that kind of thing going on. I'll be honest, it's not a sound that in my world I really need a lot. I need it occasionally to do that that Walk the Moon tune that I was kind of playing at the beginning there. And I'll show you kind of my workaround of how I get to that mode when I need it from my usual live delay kind of setting. So yeah, that's that. I mean, that's that sound, if that's what you're looking for ever. All right, so the next kind of setting it has here in the manual is called a ricochet delay. So let me dial that in. So we're gonna turn this guy off. Turn the repeats down a little bit. That's all right all the way up. Let's see what that sounds like. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna set this. It's kind of cool, kind of a slapbacky kind of thing. Yeah, I'm into that. That's cool. Cool little slapbacky sound. I'm gonna change it a little bit for the slapback that I like. That's a cool preset to get you started. All right. Next is kind of a rolled off tap delay. This is gonna be pretty close, I think, to the kind of settings that I use in my day-to-day, my gig-to-gig rather. So turn that delay off, turn this one back on, and something like that. So in that one, you can really hear we turned the tone knob all the way down, so it's a warmer repeat, and you can really hear the difference as compared to the kind of the first kind of the edgy kind of dual delay sound. You can almost hear more of the repeats because of how bright they were, and so when you turn them down, it kind of washes a little better for letting big chords out. And then, it's obviously for lead stuff too, it's a little more of a subtle kind of spacey atmospheric delay. And I don't know, I really just like how warm it sounds. The Nova delay that I was using, it also had a tone knob to where I could do the same kind of thing. And that knob maybe even had a little more sweep to it, but this just sounds a little warmer. I don't know. I don't quite know how else to describe it. Okay, this is one of the cool kind of things you can do with the delay next. You can actually use it as kind of like a chorus pedal. So let me get this set up the right way here. Turn this tone knob back up. So there's like a little bit of like a kind of reverb effect almost. It's pretty passable reverb sound, kind of reverb chorus. If you'll indulge me for 2 seconds, I'm gonna have my Rev G4 make a cameo. That's something else you can do with this chorus and show you kind of the sound, you know what I mean, how it stacks well with an overdrive. So yeah, I like the chorus sound with the Rev G4 to kind of that real 90s, real saturated both with gain and also with chorus, kind of chunky high gain rhythm sound. So those are all of our presets, not presets, but settings from the factory that they like. I'm gonna show you what I like real quick. Let's see. I guess I like using this with the tap tempo. This one. Where's that? Okay. Okay, so this is kind of like my. This is something that I'm likely to use on a gig. I would use this. I think I might even turn the effect level up a little bit more, or turn the repeats up. I would use that to go. I was playing the Keith Urban tune a second ago for some of those country songs that kind of have that kind of washy delay. This is a really good sound for it. It's good for lead stuff if you're trying to ever cop that Gilmore kind of vibe, the real, kind of soaring, real heavy delay kind of lead sound. I think this is pretty good for that. And then this, if I did it right, there's another tap tempo sound I might. That's kind of more of a slapback sound that I prefer to the second sound that we did. Not that that sounded bad or anything, but I just like this one a little better. I'll use that for like country stuff. If I'm doing like soul that kind of has like the kind of backbeat kind of chuck guitar kind of thing going on, I might use it for that. And so, like I was saying, sometimes I do need to fake that that kind of edge U2 dotted delay thing, and all I have to do, turn on both delays, and switch from manual mode to tap mode on my slapback, and then something like that. Something like that. You get the point. All I have to do is just hit that one button and then tap it out to how I'm going to do it in real life. Now I'm in business. All right, so here is the last big selling point of this pedal for me that I was really looking for, that I was missing from other delays. I don't need to do this all the time necessarily, but I've always been a fan of doing the real psychedelic shit with the delay pedal, where you just kind of just make the whale noises. And so dug around online and figured out the proper way to make this happen with this pedal. So I'm gonna turn this modulation up, dime the repeats, dime the effect level, and maybe cut that back a little bit. Turn the tone all the way up. Set that to manual mode. Let's do a little light overdrive. Here's the full drive. This too, for the fuck of it. Yeah, who doesn't like doing that? That's a good time. So yeah, thanks for hanging around, checking this video out. Pretty quick run through. I didn't even go through it with a whole variety of tones necessarily, but that's what the pedal sounds like. I'm pretty stoked on it. I was able to just trade my Nova delay straight up for it. So the lesson is just camp out on those Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or wherever you're looking, and eventually you'll find what you're looking for. All right, you all have a good one.